Hey folks, it's Ascendians again, and welcome back to the channel. In today's quick guide, I'm going to be touching on herb runs, what they are, how to do them, and why they are useful. Firstly, an herb run is simply a farming run where you only farm herb patches. You may be sitting there thinking that that's kind of useless because herbs don't really get you a lot of experience, and you'd be correct. But herbs can also get you a lot of money, especially if you work with the higher tier herbs such as snapdragons, raynars, and torstals. You can earn a considerable amount of money from planting and harvesting these higher tier herbs, and since I can normally do my herb runs for 6 patches in about 6 minutes, that makes them great for hopping on mobile when there's a short break in action. Keep in mind that in this video I'm going to focus on how I do herb runs, but there are many other options to get started at a lower level, or even take this further at higher levels. So on the screen I put up the map of Gielinor and highlighted the 9 herb patch locations. These are south of Falador, north of Catherby, northeast of Ardoin, southwest of Hosidius, west of Port Pasmanus, the Farming Guild, Trollheim, Weiss, and Harmony Island, the latter 3 being locked behind quests. There are some requirements you will need before starting your herb runs to make these things worthwhile. Firstly, you'll want 65 farming for access to the Farming Guild herb patch, and at 59 you'll also get access to farming snapdragons. You'll want to complete the Ghost Ahoy quest for the exophile to teleport to Port Phasmanus. You'll want to complete Fairy Tale Part 2 for access to the Magic Cicat Tours, which give you a 5% yield increase. You'll want to complete the Medium Diaries for Lumbridge and Draenor and Ardoin, as these will give you quick teleports to the Cabbage Patch and Ardorin Farm. You'll need 50% Hosidius Faber for access to the Hosidius Patch, and a Bottomless Compost Bucket. You can get away without the Bottomless Compost Bucket, as all it does is store a lot of compost, and you can simply just go to the Tool Leprechauns instead. But the Bottomless Compost Bucket really isn't that expensive, and it also doubles each dose of compost that you get. On the screen right now are my inventory and gear setups. In your inventory, you'll have your teleports to the various patches. You'll have your herb seeds, in this case I have snapdragon seeds, your spade, seed dibber, and your compost. Your gear setup is going to have some sort of weight-reducing gear, your farming cape or Ardoin cloak, Magic Cicat Tours, and an explorer's ring. So now I'm going to go through an herb run really quick. I'm just going to show the herb pickings and not the actual run because that would take forever. So I will check in with you in a bit. Ooh, sad news guys. The very first herb patch I went to farm is dead. You'll need to keep this in mind, and this is a good reason why you'll want to have some sort of compost, because herbs dying can really eat into your profits, and it's also really demoralizing when you have a couple herbs die on the same run. But there's the Farming Guild patch done. Here's the Hosidius patch. Here's the Mauritania patch. Also, keep in mind, if you're quick in between harvesting and planting your herbs, you won't have to bring a rake along with you. Here's the patch south of Falador. Here's the patch northeast of Ardoin. And here's the final patch north of Catherby. So there's the herb run completed, and that took me about 6 minutes to run through the whole thing, which means that per hour of active time spent, I can do about 10 runs. According to the wiki, with the Magic Cicat Tours, the Farming Cape, and Ultra Compost, I should be expecting about 9 herbs per patch. That means on average, I'll be getting 54 herbs per run, multiplying that by the current Grand Exchange market price, and then subtract that by the seed prices, which means I will be getting about 112k per run, or extrapolating it over the active hour, I'll be getting 1.12 mil per hour. So just like with everything else, there are some improvements that can be made. First thing to note is that the order of patches does not matter, but I do tend to do Catherby last since it's near a bank, and I also try to think about the position of Tool Leprechauns, so I can try to save a few seconds here and there when exchanging notes with the Tool Leprechauns. As you can see on my character, I do have 99 farming, thus the Farming Cape. The Farming Cape gives you an extra 5% yields when farming herbs. I could complete the hard diaries for Ardoin and Lumbridge and Draenor, which give me 5 teleports to the Ardoin farm and then unlimited teleports to the Cabbage Patches. I could also complete my Arm's Big Adventure and do the Kandarin hard diary for quick access to the Trollheim patch. Completing the Making Friends with My Arm quest would give me access to Weiss, and then completing the Great Brain Robbery quest and the Mauritania hard diary would give me access to the Mos Le'Harmless patch. Also, you should get 100% favor with Hosidius, as then your Hosidius patches will be 100% protected. So, conclusion time. In my opinion, herb runs are worth it for the money. Even though there are better moneymakers available, such as Vorkath, You can still be making money while taking a break from Vorkath by doing herb runs, or you can hop on mobile really quick while you're out on the town just to do an herb run. Even better, if you want to focus on herb runs exclusively, you can also hop on another account or two to double and triple your profits. Keep in mind, if you do want to train farming, you should not rely on this at all, as this run got me 6k experience, and 6k experience every hour and a half is like really, really slow for training. So if you do get 99 farming off of herb runs, I commend you. You are a weird human being and like a demigod amongst gamers. Another thing is that although these higher tier seeds do carry some risk with them, you would be hard pressed and extremely unlucky to ever lose money on an herb run, and they do carry a huge potential for making some money. If you're feeling very skittish, you can start with some Quorum or Toadflaxes, Toadflax seeds, if you're really afraid of the risk, but I would not recommend it, and I would just go for the higher tier ones like Raynars, Snapdragons, and Torstals. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you liked or disliked the video, you know what to do. Feel free to leave me any feedback or suggestions in the comment section, and I'll catch you in the next one.